The active skill mod does 5 damage guaranteed Let's freaking go! That's what I'm talking about. Welcome back to another episode of Hostile Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and today we got an action-packed type episode in store for y'all. Not only are we heading to the police station where we are going to be putting to the test some of our very best weapons and ooh, piece of candy, maybe even a chopper event too, but we got a ton of stuff showcasing why these shotguns are the godliest thing for the police station imaginable. We have a revenge raid lined up, and we're also going to be taking a look at something that I've been getting a couple of comments on and something that has piqued my interest personally, and I just really want to go ahead and start a discussion around, and that is this little thing right here. So as you guys know, with the latest update that was added in, the map got this ginormous revamp, and with it, one of the most notable things was, well, obviously some locations got shifted around a little bit and some other things were added, like these ruins over here, and obviously this massive road going through the entirety of the map. But once you pay close attention, you can even see that that road goes into some sort of a bridge that has been broken off over in kind of like the most northern parts of it. So what is going on here? And boom, interestingly enough, after looking into this and researching it a little bit, I believe I know exactly what is going on. As you guys are seeing right here, this is actually one of the loading screens that does pop up at times within the game, talking about some sort of city ruins. They say there are huge city ruins to the north to this day. Thousands and thousands of zombies roam the streets of this former glorious place, making it seem like all the way in the north there is a scale of zombies we have yet to see in an absolute metropolis location known as a city, where there's obviously going to be like tons of huge buildings and jazz like that. And well, with that, we haven't really encountered locations where there are thousands of zombies roaming or anything like that. And then, interestingly enough, there's this broken bridge right over here. Part of that broken bridge, I believe, is actually the separator of the city, because this is currently the only road that really has a general direction going to the north. Not just that, this road is in a highway type of form. As you guys can see, that there are lots of lanes available over there, whereas like once you guys get over here, you guys can see that this becomes kind of like a 2-lane road. It's a little bit smaller on whatchamacall in terms of things, but over here there is a highway. So by the looks of it, and especially given some things out here in this area like farms and other just random bases and stuff, this appears to be a little bit more of a remote location that we are living in. And then we have this road going through all of it, but then the highway begins over here right by the motel. Highways tend to make stops throughout very large areas, throughout just giant urban centers that serve as connections, kind of like, you know, highways going through like major cities like Memphis, Chicago, that type of stuff, right? And here we can see that that highway pretty specifically is leading over here, and this is kind of the main direction we have that kind of goes along with that whole northern thing that's being talked about within that loading screen, making it seem that this is actually going to be the key to unlocking the city ruins, that once this is expanded upon, and most likely this might be added as a location where we can somehow repair this, or maybe there'll be some way we'll be able to circumvent this. However it happens, it does appear that the city ruins and the city itself will be available over in this northern section. You might be like, stop, what about the watchtower over here? Well, that watchtower we know is going to have to do with the swamp, and not just that, the new map revamp does even further kind of reinforce that fact, because over here you are seeing very swampy like terraforming to these lands with all these like random puddles and stuff. This is very much so looking like swamp type territory, and that just goes along with the fact that we need the ATV to unlock this, and we know that the ATV is going to be used to go to these swamp zones and whatnot. That encompasses that, and then of course that watchtower will be then unlocking the next tier of loot that we could get via stuff like being able to whatchamacall, get potentially titanium, but we know for a fact that ash planks will be gotten from swamp zones as well, meaning that when it comes to, this is more of a western expansion. But if we're following this road that is going to be going into the city, it does appear that the city ruins are going to be available over here in the north. And then boom, to go along with that, we already actually have some looks at something very similar to the city. So this is something that not a lot of people might know about. This was posted a little while back, with a part of the caption accompanying this coast being, we've already mentioned city locations and even promised to show you 3D models of houses of a suburb. As we know, suburbs tend to be surrounding the cities themselves, and they tend to be like a little bit less populated and stuff like that. There have been suburb locations detailed as well throughout the months, and what the vague recollection of what a suburb location was shaping up to be, last we heard about it was going to be kind of similar to these houses that we are seeing over here. It was going to be somewhere between like 4 to 6 houses, and it was going to be kind of be randomly generated, where each time you go to the suburb location, most likely because like the suburb location will kind of be like a random suburb as a part of the city, because you know there's a lot of suburbs, and as such there are going to be a lot of different locations you could go into, and you would then in that suburb location, in that suburb instance where it would kind of be randomly generated, encounter anywhere between 4 and 6 houses of varying loot, varying zombies, etc, etc. So that is again further connecting with that city stuff that we were talking about, and just I want to make sure that you guys are aware of, especially since this city, as we are connecting all this info, and with this latest update and the highway leading towards the north, a lot of these dots are being connected in a very fascinating fashion that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. And you might be like, Star, but what about the location over here? And that is a valid point. Over here we have what appears to be some sort of a city as well, but this is not really as northern of a location, and the thing is, none of these buildings appear like they were skyscrapers or really anything that would go along with the city. If anything, the area that the police station is by, which is called Blackport PD, Blackport appears like it's something closer along the lines of a town, a little bit of a rural town, and again that could be reinforced by the road that we are seeing here, because this is not the type of a road that we would expect to see near a major city. That is where you can expect to see a highway, but that does make sense that this town then does connect into the highway, and then that is how you'd be able to haul some booty before the apocalypse hit and ultimately reach the city that is going to be awaiting in the north with this suburb location as well. So I just want to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a quick rundown regarding that, and especially like I said, with this latest update and the whole map reform that it did add in, it is really shaping up that they are building towards that being a thing, and most likely that I'd expect to be the expansion after the western expansion into the swamp zone, since this is something that they've been working towards for quite a little bit. I would guess that we can first expect to see the swamp biomes added in, and this watchtower being able to expand into, before ultimately actually being able to somehow get across this bridge and reach our way towards that city. What will the actual city location itself be like? That is a really good question, but like I am saying, oh baby, we got a really good chopper vet over here, but like I am saying, we do have a little bit of info around the suburb location that would likely be very close to the vicinity of the city location, and what we could then expect out of that, and potentially, you know, what might be able to then come out of that city location that I'm guessing going to be like this ridiculously hard zone. And let's freaking go. I love this chopper vet. We always get some good goods out of this one, baby. Oh baby, baby. La, 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 la. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just being a little bit of a happy camper. You got it, cut me a little bit of slack, okay? This chopper vet, oh my mama, always makes me a happy camper, never without fail. Let's go ahead and hydrate up a little bit and do that. And why don't we see, what did these dudes? Okay, I already looted those two. Let's just see what we have over here. This one usually doesn't have anything as good, but those two over there usually do have stuff that's a little bit better. This one not really too great. Yeah, we got some random tools and stuff, not exactly the best old pickup truck out there, but definitely some interesting stuff. And with this latest update, like I'm saying, some interesting dots being connected and things kind of really heading towards that northern direction, and kind of the actual just kind of setting and whatnot being put into place, the groundwork, the foundation for building up to the suburb and then ultimately city location. So what I would love to hear from you guys is how you actually think such a city zone itself would work, like we were saying, from what we have heard about the suburb location from the past months and whatnot. Vaguely what we know is that it would again be between like 4 to 6 houses within a zone, randomly generated houses, randomly generated kind of like layout and whatnot, and that would kind of be how we go about whatchamacallit, looting up the suburbs, luckily find, and not luckily, and most likely, not luckily, likely, they both start with L, it's my bad, likely finding different types of loots within those houses and whatnot. But then the city location itself is a little bit more vague, and the only hints that we have at it are again from that loading screen saying that that is where a ton of zombies can be expected, making it seem like that might be one of, if not the hardest single player locations out there, and that might really end up being the end game content of of it all? Like, do you think the city would be split up into kind of like random, like different types of sub areas of the city that we could travel into? Do you think it would maybe be like one kind of giant zone with all of these massive buildings we could go into and enter and that type of jazz? Let me know what you guys think in that comment section down below regarding that, and the suburbs and what you guys think regarding that, and how the road and everything would play into that as well. But let me know what you guys think in that comment section down below, and a reminder that that comment is gonna put you 1/3 of the way into winning a $12 iTunes Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure to hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed. That will let you in on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single last day on Earth video. When Saturday rolls around, we'll pick a random video for the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be the winner for the week, and we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell to stay up to date with every single video y'all can enter in on for that weekly giveaway, not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well that you should definitely be giving a little bit of a look-ski doodle in case you have not already. Now what we are going to be doing here, however, is murdering quite a few zombies that dare run our way. Thanks to the active skill mod for the shotgun, you guys are about to see amazingness unfold. Let's go ahead, press begin, and well, here we just got two dudes. I'm not going to use any shotgun rain on these two schmucks. Bye-bye, compadres. But after about the first couple of waves, we should start getting something a little bit harder. The shotgun rain to you schmucks. Goodbye to those. Not those, to that head, and then goodbye to these guys as well. And what we are going to do is try and collect all of the cards that we humanly can, leave all of these bodies in their wake. Just go ahead and barrel roll our way out of there, get some pistol drizzle stuck into these dudes, and these waves will start getting a little bit harder, and we are going to start encountering annoying enemies like Mr. Zombie Officer over there. Luckily, though, that is why we brought along some pretty wonderful tools, because the Zombie Officer and even the SWAT officer that does accompany him at times do have some pretty heavy-duty armor. That is where the baseball bat active skill mod and the bayonet, god dang it, did I put, oh no, I grabbed the wrong AK! Ah! Alright, well, we got the grenade launcher AK instead of the bayonet one. We still got the baseball bat that causes bleeding, though, so I can't totally complain. But the big thing about this all is going to, of course, be a shotgun rain when it comes to taking all these dudes down. Let's do a little bit of action on the brawler, and hopefully we can go ahead and just try to get a couple of waves done in here, and like I'm saying, work our way up towards, I mean, a purple crate would be ideal, but even getting like a couple of blues or something like that are always good to open up. I have seen you guys kind of asking, you know, what is the general police station strategy, and pretty much the go-to meta, I would say, when it comes down to it, is, oh baby, here's where the explosive zombies start coming into play. Let's do a little bit of damage to those. Please don't hurt me too badly. Oh, there we got the riot zombie we got to start worrying about. We got the explosive zombie about to start going boom. Let's make sure we do not get caught into said boom. That'd be no bueno. Hit that brawler with the slow-mo and bring him down a little bit. And then here is where the baseball bat is going to make the riot zombie bleed. Mate, okay. Well, even, yeah, check it out. That's the amazing thing about the baseball bat. Even if we, whatchamacall, kind of hit him when his shield is up, it still causes bleeding, making the baseball bat active skill mod absolutely amazing, because look at that. Even when he has his shield up, we are still able to do a number on him, because as you can see, he doesn't really take a lot of damage. That armor is pretty annoying to deal with, but this makes that slightly less annoying than usual. We'll go back to a little bit of pistol drizzle over here and finish the job while his guard is down, and hopefully at some point we do get at least one blue. But like I was saying, the general police station strategy, kind of with the whole topic of cities and whatnot, and police stations obviously being pretty necessary in cities to keep the order. Whatchamacall, I kind of want to bring up that strategy because that is a question I have seen a little bit as well, and just kind of in general how you guys should do it. I would say the go-to strategy when it does come to the police station and how to handle it is you want all the green cards in the world, because the loot that you get in a green card is at least compared, because here's the thing, to get a blue card, right, you need to trade in 10 green cards. 10 green cards are likely going to give you way more loot than one blue card is. So instead, what you should be doing is saving up all the green cards that you possibly can, and instead just kind of using them to redeem all of the green crates that you can when possible. But then a shotgun rain. Let's do a nice number on these dudes, and we got to deal with love doing a little bit of that barrel rolling all the time. We just got to get this explosive zombie to go boom at some point and make sure that we are evading that. And we also got to deal with these schmucks over here. God dang zombie officer, never a fun one. But back to what we were saying, pretty much whenever you get a gray or green card, you want to ultimately you want to save the green ones, and you want to turn your gray cards into, oh, let's go ahead and shotgun rain. Oh my god, goodbye to everything that man ever existed as, and There we go. Hungry Chomper is down. But long story short, you want to turn these into green cards. You want to save your green cards and only use them as green cards. But as you know, as you do continue clearing this out, and hopefully that's something that we will encounter, you do have the chance of getting blue cards. And blue cards are ultimately what you want to save up and turn into purple cards, just as a little bit of a heads up. Sure, you could turn your greens and grays into purples as well, but it's just not going to be very efficient because of what you could get out of the greens instead. So just a little bit of a heads up there for you guys that is what you should be doing. And then you could also turn the blues in as themselves, but like I'm saying, the greens are kind of like the ultimate thing when it comes down to it. So you kind of want to, I don't know, just make use of the greens, especially because they're going to be a lot more plentiful. And why did you just start running over there, my guy? I don't know what my dude was up to, but they are the most plentiful, and they do still give you some pretty decent loot, as we are going to be showcasing a little bit later today. But then you can start stockpiling those blues and slowly but surely working your way up to purple cards, which should, like, at the end of the day, that's why purple cards should be worked towards, because they do have the chance at getting you that extremely rare mod that unfortunately blue cards do not really have the chance of giving you. So that's why saving up the blues and turning them into purples is pretty much one of your best bets when it comes down to that. So just make sure that that is the relative strategy. Let's go ahead and start making him bleed. That is the relative strategy that you are employing when it comes down to it. And hopefully that is... Ow, god dang it. Why'd you freaking have to shield shove me right at the last second there? Well, guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make you bleed, big boy. Ow, don't hurt me. And there we go. Down goes the riot zombie, and in go all the freaking gray ones. Can I not get a... Can I not get a blue card? Come on, man. Give me a blue card. But back to what we were saying, that is just kind of like the general strategy you want to be employing when it does come down to it. And then if you guys do have the chance, let me just say, those shotgun mods are going to be rather marvelous for you guys to be able to use, because as you guys are seeing, the shotgun spread is king with taking out giant groups of zombies like the ones that we are dealing with over here. So you can kind of just kite them around a little bit while you do wait for the shotgun spread mod to regenerate, and then a shotgun rain all those marvelous little lads straight into the ground. Oh, no, 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 no. Dear mama, that could have went horribly wrong. For some reason, I thought that was a police zombie. My B, that could have been a lethal mistake, to say the least. And then you can even also, if you have like the AK mod, just anything when it comes to doing large groups, like area of effect damage, that's kind of going to be your go-to when it does come down to the stuff. Also, our armor's taking a little bit of a beating, which is no bueno, but that is where also the AK does have the grenade launcher mod. The grenade launcher itself, like the Milcore, that's a little bit more expensive. Mainly say that if you're trying to do your 99 round run and hopefully get yourself the police, the police bike if you do not have that already. And then there are grenades too, but grenades are just gonna be dependent on how many of them you have and whatnot. And a shotgun rain to all those schmucks. And let's just go and get a little bit of granata action. Let's get out of there. How's that explosive zombie still have so much health, mate? Oh my goodness gracious, we are dealing with some troopers. Let's just wait for the shotgun to regenerate. And shotgun rain! Oh my god, we sent that man flying. A baboop. And no explosion from you today, my friend. Let's go and bring the baseball bat out to play and do the rest of the bleeding damage to the highly armored riot zombie out here, dude. I wish, speaking of... Ow! Stop putting up your shield, man. That is not very nice. But speaking of riot... Oh my god, riot zombie, you are such a douche canoe, man. Calm yourself down. Speaking of riot zombies, dude, I still wish there was some way we could actually get that freaking riot zombie shield as something that we could be using personally, because that would just be amazing. But speaking of amazing things, a good strategy is to then use, since the riot zombie is so slow and pretty easy to kite around, but heavily armored, he's probably a really good usage of having like an active skill mod baseball bat if you do have the chance, since whatchamacall, the active skill mod does 5 damage guaranteed regardless. Freaking go! That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the blue game. Much appreciated. And there's exactly what I was trying to demonstrate. The fact that blues can find their way towards you. And we're just going to go ahead and kind of showcase the general. Now, we're just going to go ahead and try to showcase. We'll surrender it there. I know, not the giant run or anything like that. Oh, my God. Get out of here. Oh, my God. Why are you coming after me, Mr. Zombie? Get out of here, boy. And let's just go and do a little bit of that. But if you do have the baseball, why are you coming after me, Hungry Chomper? Oh, barrel roll. No, 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 no. I barrel rolled out the way and he's still healed? Whack. But in terms of things, the baseball bat, if you do have this mod, is very good to be used for the riot zombies, and then in general, any area of effect, like the shotgun one that we were demonstrating, the grenade launcher one. Ow! You just love to shield smash, don't you, Mr. Riot Zombie? Always, he's a fun one over there, you know what I mean? But the shotgun active skill mod, the grenade launcher active skill mod do have their merits when it comes to dealing with giant, just groups of zombies. There we go. See, why can't you just be doing normal hits like that more often? Due to the fact that, whatchamacallit. But yeah, the baseball bat's good because you guys just saw our AK was only doing like 8 damage when this thing should be doing 20, so you're gonna lose over half your potential damage. But the bleed skill of the baseball bat does all of its damage. The actual hit of the baseball bat won't do full damage, but the bleed skill will. And we're also gonna go ahead and showcase to you guys kind of just the general things you could expect out of each one of these, and why it is relatively a good idea to kind of save up and just kind of go after the green ones the most. Here we got a little bit of each coming our way, and we're gonna go and actually trade in some of our extra. Hello, game. You good, bro? Okay, I think it's good. We're gonna go ahead and trade in our extras, like I was saying, since, I mean, you can come across these quite often, and you guys are gonna see the loot that this one has. It's a freaking cardboard box, my guy. Yeah, you're not really getting any guns out of it. It's pretty but looky here, the greens also have a pretty valuable component for building up some of the mods you could acquire. You can actually get common mods, which is good because, I mean, they're not going to be rare mods or anything, but still better than nothing. And you do get this chest, which gives you a chance at getting something really good. We got another machete, and at the end of the day, we're getting like pretty powerful melee weapons out of the green boxes too, but this box does give us a chance. God dang it, I'm getting the exact same. Do you see that? 2 machetes over there. Oh, 2 katanas over there. Oh, not this one. God dang it, my freaking thing skipped over. 2 katanas over there, and then I better not get a baseball bat next to this thing. Oh my god, we got the whack one. But those boxes do give you a chance at getting guns and whatnot. And here's the thing, compared to the stuff you're guaranteed in a blue box, as you guys are seeing, it's nothing super amazing. The factory parts and whatnot are nice, but we got 2 guns out of this blue box, when instead, if you do have the 10 greens, I mean, odds are you're probably gonna get more than 2 guns out of those 10 greens, plus all the other things that these greens contain. Some of the common mods, you're gonna get a ton of mods earned. You have the chance of getting carbon composites, getting medical supplies, getting pieces of armor over here, like we got the freaking SWAT armor. Not you freaking, yeah, no one cares about that. Great. We got the military armor over there, and some more SWAT pantalones there, the common mods, all that type of jazz. And at least compared to the blue, it's not really like, the blue's not that, it's not that special compared to the greens. And that's where, again, you do want to be saving up and stockpiling your blues and turning those into ultimately the purple crates, since those have a chance at getting you some extremely rare mods, which you could then put a lot of the parts, like the factory parts, the high-tech components, the carbon composites, all that type of jazz, and even the lenses, and invest all those things you're collecting from the green crates into actually building up the purple crates, which again makes the police station pretty much the ultimate thing for creating mods, especially gun mods, because a lot of these components that we are seeing here are going to be used for gun mods. And like, also look at this, in terms of armor, we got 1 set of military armor out of 1 blue ticket crate. Can we just appreciate the fact that we've gotten SWAT pantalones, we've gotten military body armor, but we've also gotten a SWAT helmet out of the greens, and 10 greens would be 10 pieces of armor compared to the 4 you're getting out of this. So again, the blue crate, not that special. Save up your blue tickets, turn them into purples, and then just make sure that you are cashing in the greens. That is going to be the go-to strategy. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and fill up our inventory, take some of this stuff home. I know that there's more stuff over here. We will come back and we will grab it, especially, dude, like getting some katanas and stuff. Like the greens, they just get, like, you will get melee weapons for days out of saving up for the greens. So greens are the way to go. Stockpile the blues, turn them into purples, and best of luck. Hopefully you guys get some active skill mods and whatnot. But with our little expedition over at the police station completado, let's make our way back on home and prepare for today's raid. And the time has come for us to commence today's raid and shenanigans, but first we need to make sure that we got the proper supplies to make that happen, with the help of my hatchetty buddies over here and the help of some C4 within our chopper, so that we are ready to get on a roll. But speaking of things I'm ready for, I am ready for that city to come right. I just want it, just talking about it and piecing all those freaking connections together. And this road is gonna lead us to freaking happiness, man. Those suburbs and that city itself, however that's gonna work, dude, that is gonna be some nuttiness. Seriously looking forward to what you guys got to say about it, and I genuinely think that that might be like one of, if not the coolest things potentially coming to Last Day on Earth. Like, it's obviously a bit bigger picture and pretty large scale. Like, obviously the swamp I'm hyped for, the outposts and settlers, when that comes, when we can build like multiple bases and have people like working for us and helping us, that's gonna be dope. And that's obviously a little bit closer, but that city and whatnot, that is being hinted towards, and of course the settlers as well. It's just some dopeness all throughout. And I'm not gonna open that up because that is going to create noise, and I am not trying to deal, sorry about the burp there, with some, sorry about the burp number 2 over there, noise right about now. But definitely let me know what you guys are thinking regarding that. Again, that notification bell, great way to stay up to date, not just with all the videos y'all can enter on for the weekly giveaway and all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well. And hello, knock knock, it's Partia. Oh, did not mean to do that. It's Partia. Oh, did not mean to pick up some freaking plant fiber either. Hold up. Okay, are we good? Are we clear to go and enter party o'clock mode? I think so. Bada bing, bada boom. We have broken and we have entered, and we are within a base with 4 chests and some stuff over here that maybe might be promising, and also apparently trees growing throughout the ground. Fascinating, to say the least, and some turrets under construction. This man's, ooh. Actually, from what the turrets have, this base is a little bit of promise that it might have some decent stuff, but that notification bell is a great way to stay up to date with all the, let's freaking go, latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's go and get these dudes together. We're not going to be making a ton of noise this raid, so this is actually a perfect raid for us to go and use our shotgun spread mod as well and kind of stay in theme. And a shotgun raid. Goodbye to like half of those schmucks, and let's just go and do a number on these fellers over there. Wave cleared, easy peasy. Boy, let's get some jerky up in this belly too and collect some of the goods that we have in there. But it's a great way, that notification bell, of staying up to date. Oh yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing up in here. Some ooh, dude, for a single C4 raid, don't get me wrong, I have seen better, but I have seen worse. I am happy that I'm not seeing worse right now. I mean, at least for one C4, because oh my goodness gracious, how is that tree not constantly on fire, dude? Holy moly. All right, let's go and put this stuff away. But that notification bell is a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information. As soon as any type of new info does come out, we are spreading it to you guys' eyes and ears. And not just that, we are breaking down that information, connecting the dots and whatnot to give us the clearest look at the future of Last Day on Earth and what's expected. And of course, as soon as that future comes in the form of new updates, we are diving headfirst into those updates and checking them out to the fullest extent. New locations, new areas, new enemies, new bosses. Let's go! More tickets! But all that newness, whatever it might be, we are checking out. Doesn't matter how hard it is, doesn't matter how much of our own loot we gotta blow through, potentially even how much of our own moolah we gotta blow through, because guess what? We're gonna have a fan-freaking-tastic time with it, and we're gonna showcase exactly what it has to offer. And hello, do I need to chop down? All right, well, freaking lumberjack star out here. I gotta chop down a freaking tree if I want to get what's within this chest. Let's go! I definitely wanted to get what was in that chest. We got some whiskey, we got some turkey, we got our goddamn guns back that freaking spurred this revenge raid, and we have the final chest over here. Still some workbenches though, that could be promising. And ooh, piece of candy. Got some copper bars. I'm happy with that. So yeah, make sure that that notification bell is a hit, and definitely looking forward to what we got to say today in that discussion around the freaking city, because especially with all these dots being connected, like I've been saying, and also with the newness of that road, there's just a lot of exciting stuff. A shotgun rain to every single one of you. A lot of exciting stuff in the works in that city. I mean, it might not be on the current roadmap. Obviously, the big things on the roadmap right now are like the Settlers update and some more new events and stuff, but big picture stuff, man. That city's gonna be big. It's likely where the suburbs are gonna be, and apparently where the largest masses of zombies we have ever encountered are gonna be as well. So, cool times, if you ask me. But okie dokie, enough talking about that. Oh, let's go. I like the aluminum we got out of there. Not too shabby of a raid, lads and lasses. Not too shabby at all. And with that, oh, we got some oak too. I'm not gonna lie, this raid started out pretty meh. You know, I broke one layer of stone, and we saw a couple of chests, but those chests are pretty decent loot within each of them. And even a lot of these workbenches, man. they're kind of turning out decent. Like, all in all, I do believe that aluminum is kind of what we have personally recovered. Oh, no, I don't even think, no, I don't think so. I think this time I actually gave them a sacrifice of some iron bars. I think that that's pure profit right here. So we've gotten a lot of metals. Unfortunately, not so much in the way of, oh, let's see what this has within. This might be pretty good, but not so much anything in the way of like guns or anything like that. So I mean, I'll take what I can get. I ain't gonna be picky, I ain't gonna be greedy, but I'm gonna be shotgun raining on all these mother truckers, and we are not gonna be shotgun raining any little bit of that. Let's just skedaddle. Let's go over to the pistol drizzle and continue doing this in a silenced fashion, and also heal up, because I know we could have waited a little bit on that heal, but better safe than sorry. I don't plan on taking too much more damage from these schmucky doodles over here. Now, come on, toxic abomination. Your time has come to die. Slowly. Just give it a sec. It's gonna take a minute. Same thing with the rest of you. All of you guys are gonna die. Don't worry. Everyone gets their turn at death. You just gotta be patient. All right, lads and lassies. All right, there we go. And then, boop, hit him with the slow-mo. And bye-bye. That wave has been finished. So we've gotten everything that we want out of here. We will, not that one. It was one of the wooden workbenches, yeah? Yeah, we got some of the oak logs that we'll be able to turn into 5 oak planks. So nothing to scoff at. Any amount of oak's always good. I could use those towards upgrading, whatchamacallit, some of our chests back at home. Might as well pick I'll pick up some tape till we find something better. Tape ain't too shabby. Maybe the flash, nah, flashlights don't really give anything super amazing, but, I mean, they're decent, at least compared to some of the other stuff we're getting, so I will, holy moly, my tongue is getting twisted all over the place. I will pick up the flashlights, and we will see maybe what we got with it. I can't even loot this? All right, well, we literally have to chop down this tree. Goodbye. Actually, I don't need to say goodbye to that. I need to chop this down, because we can't really throw stuff out. We gotta freaking chop down the dang tree. And all right, I'll honestly pick up those 50 scrap over our other alternative, which was not really much other than a single plant fiber. I do not come to bases to pick plant fibers, okay? Because the last time that happened, I was abducted and forced to pick plant fibers and bury bushes. Not a very fun existence, I tell you what. But with that said and with that done, this raid is looking like it's coming to completion, and it looks like this episode of Last Day on Earth is coming to a completion as well. So thank you guys a whole ton for watching. This was an awesome one. I'll talk to you next one. See ya.